Today, we honor the curious minds that challenge the status quo, break barriers, and explore the unknown to unlock new opportunities. To ignite real change, let's embrace the spark of the moment. Hello, everyone. I'm Arnav Mathur. I extend a warm welcome to all the incredible innovators to the elimination round of TUP Season X. Get ready to unleash your spark factor in this intense battle of brilliance because securing a win here is the ticket to the semi finale of one of the most prestigious B school competitions in the country, the Ultimate Pitch Season X. So let's get started. At Reliance, we thrive on fresh ideas and innovation. It's deeply embedded in our core, shaping every aspect of our business and social initiatives. The ultimate pitch was conceived with this spirit, serving as a platform for curious, pioneering minds eager to showcase their next big spark. Now, in our season 10, TUP has evolved into an unparalleled journey, continuing the decade long legacy. We flagged off the competition physically in top 20 B schools across the country. At each of these institutes, we were met with enthralling audiences. The insightful sessions led by visionary leaders truly sparked curiosity and creativity. But this was just the beginning. We have expanded our reach, connecting with thousands of students through digital platforms and virtual events, sparking the competition into a pan India celebration of bold ideas and innovation. Now, it's with great excitement that I invite you to experience the magic of the campus launches and the highlights of our Pan India virtual launch with this video. What an incredible response TUP Season X has received this year. Over 22,000 registrations, more than 1,900 idea submissions, with 1 crore plus website impressions and 155,000 plus social media reach. The launch of TUP Season X was a huge success. And now we move on to the elimination rounds. A huge thank you to everyone for making this such a remarkable journey. TUP Season X kicked off with a bang. Innovators from across the country registered to showcase their spark factor and compete for the ultimate glory. Each idea was bold, visionary, and aimed at tackling real world challenges. Our evaluators worked tirelessly to ensure no ideas, no submissions went unnoticed, carefully selecting those that had the X factor and the extra spark over the others. Those exceptional teams with remarkable ideas have qualified for the elimination round of the ultimate competition. A big congratulations to all the teams advancing to the elimination round of TUP Season X. Kudos to each one of you for bringing your spark factor in this competition. Let's now do a quick rundown of what's expected to happen. I shall be calling out the team names. We will play their 3-minute videos on screen. Then the teams will get 3 minutes to pitch their ideas to the jury. This will be followed by a quick 4-minute Q&A. We request the teams to keep an eye on the timer. Also, post each team's presentation, we'll have the jury take a minute to score the teams individually before we move on to the next team. You will be judged on 5 parameters. Your idea should be futuristic, it should solve real world problems, challenge conventional wisdom, should be practical and scalable, and should have a strong business case. For the ultimate champions of the season, the national winners will take home a grand cash prize. And that's not all. We're thrilled to announce more rewards. Elimination round winners will receive 50,000 and runners up will receive 25,000 along with exclusive TUP merchandise. National finalists will be mentored by CXOs of startups at Reliance, helping you ignite your spark factor even further. Additionally, all national finalists and select semi-finalists will stand a chance to win pre-placement interview opportunities. National finalists and semi finalists will have the ultimate opportunity to engage in self reflection and enhance their skills with Level Up. So get ready, bring your A game, and give it everything you've got. But hold on, what's the competition without a stellar jury? We are thrilled to have some of the brightest minds from Reliance with us today. They will be closely assessing your presentations, evaluating your ideas, and provide you inputs at the end of your presentations. I'm thrilled to introduce our esteemed jury for the elimination round. We have with us Mr. Satyashish Banerjee, who is the Vice President and Head HR of GeoMart. We also have Mr. Vaibhav Jha, who is the CEO of Reliance Elastomers Private Limited. So, welcome, a warm welcome to the jury. And with that, let's get started. I would now like to call upon our first team, Yashwant Nandi.
I would now like to request Shri Yashwant Nandi and his team from IIT Mumbai to kindly come on stage and receive the certificate.
मुझे खुशी है कि इनकी टेक्नोलॉजीज के माध्यम से आगे चल के जो वोलेटिलिटी है ऑनियन प्राइसेस में इस पे हम नियंत्रण ला पाएंगे.
Now you might be wondering what this technology is. I developed climate agnostic onion storage structures. Let me start by giving a context to this problem. So we all know that onions are available at 5 rupees per kg in one season, and in another season one might have to shell out 120 rupees per kg. Why does this happen? Because the April harvested onions are stored for 6 months anywhere till Diwali, October and November, and during these 6 months the losses are very significant. I understood that this area requires serious technological intervention, so I went ahead and stayed with farmers in a rural area of Maharashtra for 9 weeks and spoke to around 150 farmers and developed a solution for this. My solution set consists of three major segments. First, conversion of traditional open ventilated storage structures, which are subsidized by Government of India, to a closed climate agnostic structures, and controlling the remote microclimate, and it involves factors such as temperature, relative humidity, airflow rate, etc. I have also developed a spoilage forewarning system which detects the losses beforehand and empowers the farmers to take decisions to sell it. So my positioning is between the open ventilated structures, which has huge amount of losses, and the cold storage structures, which require high initial investment and high energy consumption. And you can see the technology is proved by the graphs here. Based on performance evaluation, it was identified that my structure is capable of 50% reduction in losses. When I proposed this, I got a CSR grant from Tata Motors Limited, which I constructed a structure in Nasik, and then from Ministry of Consumer Affairs, which was used for construction of structure in Bid. Then a 40 lakhs funding from World Bank, which I used for construction of structure in Parbhani. It is a 100 metric large storage structure. Our major consumers are government, farmers, CSRs, and non-profit organizations. We aim to spread it through direct and indirect channels, and there are three modes of revenues. First is make and sale, second is rental, and third is ownership. We have started the work, and this is the 100 metric ton storage structure that is constructed at Parbhani. And we have also received various awards for it by Ministry of Consumer Affairs and Ministry of Environment. And we are looking forward to go ahead with this. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I hope you have seen the video. So what we are going to discuss is one of the major problems faced by farmers of Maharashtra and elsewhere in the India and world as well. So this is one of the major problem that I have discovered when I stayed in the rural parts of Maharashtra. So I will only deep dive into the presentation that I have mentioned and give more clarity on it. So as I told you, I developed the climate agnostic storage structures. So when I developed it and I was with farmers, I understood that not if I develop these structures, the what will happen with the existing storage structures which are built on government guidelines based on the subsidy they get. So that's when I realized I need to convert them, retrofit them to the climate agnostic storage structures. That's the first value proposition that I bring in, apart from the remote microclimate conditioning and forewarning system. And apart from that, uh, despite how good the structure is, you need to invest in pre-harvest stage as well to increase the inherent shelf life of onions. So these two stages I have performed this year and successfully done the performance evaluation. And in the next season, I will do the post-harvest and post-storage part aspect of it, and for the solution, and I'm sure that it will be successful. And coming to the positioning, mine is positioned between the open ventilated and cold storage structures. Cold storage structures are very comparatively capital intensive, and but they have very less amount of losses, whereas open ventilated structures come with a huge amount of losses, but the capital investment is less. So mine falls anywhere between them. And as I told you that our customers are government, non-profit, and farmers, uh, we will do the marketing based on that. The major thing is that go on ground, meet the farmers, and spread the awareness through focus group discussions. And second is word of mouth. And of course, we do have social media channels where we post our experiences. Apart from this, we have a revenue model of making it and selling it, and short-term rental. And we also have we give it on an ownership basis where we lease out our structures. So this is the tech behind it. And you can see the control system. The data is sent to online collected to different collected through different nodes that are placed inside the structures. And this is available on the website called agriiot.in, and you can see the temperature and relative humidity graphs that prove that we are successful in maintaining the conditions favorable for it. And let me tell you the scaling potential of this idea. So in India, you can see the required capacity is 100 lakh metric ton, and we have current capacity of 25 lakh metric ton only. We still have a deficit of around 75 lakh metric ton. So we would like to uh, take 30% of the target in the next 5 years. And we also would like to implement large storage structures for like 2000 metric ton each, uh, to reach our targets. So I have received various awards on this, as mentioned. So to end this, I would like to say thank you. Uh, welcome. I welcome your questions.
Hey, Yashwant, really liked your project. Okay, the kind of work you've done, with the farmers, and you stayed with them and brought up this idea. Okay, could you tell us that what have you done any cost benefit analysis as to how much revenues can be generated out of this model?
Yes, sir. The revenue potential I have mentioned is that we can generally our structure is sold at a smaller structure is sold at say 5 to 6 lakhs, and a larger one is like 40 lakhs or 50 lakhs, which we have installed in Parbhani as well. And the farmers will have a payback period of 2.5 lakhs, sorry, 2.5 years approximately. That's what we have tested on ground. And revenues mostly if we implement around 30,000 units of this smaller structures, we are expecting at least 100 crores of revenue in the next 5 years.
100 crores from one unit.
No, no, sir. If we achieve the target of 30% for one smaller unit, we charge at 6 to 7 lakhs based on the internal the complexity or features we add. For example, if we add solar, the price will be comparatively higher. If we don't add solar, the price will be
When
comparatively
will this break even? When will the farmer be able to make money? How long will that take?
Yes, sir. So as I said, it takes 2.5 years to 3 years approximately, but it also depends on volatility of onion prices. For example, if you see this year, onion prices in May were around 6 to 7 rupees, and it is the wholesale prices in the market now reaches at 35 to 40 rupees. So in this kind of a favorable condition, farmer can make money in like 2 years itself. So, but in a worst case scenario, they will definitely make it in 3 years. The variation in price in 6 months is anywhere at least delta is 30 rupees per kg. So if your farmer stores around say for at least like say 15 to 25 kgs, so 25,000 kgs into 30, so that's
Okay.
around 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can this be expanded to other vegetables?
Yes, sir, sure. We are also expanding into other vegetables as well. The only thing that is required is tweaking the. We have a control system. We need to just change the temperature and relative humidity. For example, onions are stored at temperature and relative humidity of 20 to 35 degrees Celsius and 60 to 65% relative humidity. But for example, if you store tomatoes, you need to keep it at a relative humidity of around 85 to 90% relative humidity, and temperature you need to bring down to 18%. It's just a tweaking of the equipments that we have, and the structure is completely capable of it. However, while calculating the economics of it, I'm only considering the onion. And also, let me tell you, the benefits most will be realized most by onions, because the Rabi harvested onion is stored anywhere till Kharif season onions comes out, uh, and that's the delta that we have farmers have to store. Unlike the tomatoes, which are stored anywhere till 15 days, onions are stored for at least let's say 5 to 6 months, unless we won't anyone won't be able to have onions in September month of a year for sure. So we need to store it. We don't have other option. Unlike tomatoes, we can get, but onions can't. We can't.
Okay. Vaibhav, over to you. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, thanks, Aditi. Yashwant, I think really good presentation, and the idea seems to be something which has been properly tested, and it also is a great social cause. Uh, could you talk a little bit more about the technicality of your solution, right? So I do understand, at a very broad level how it is positioned, but how are you managing the temperature in your solution, and how does it guarantee that all the process parameters are going to remain constant in different geographies and different temperatures and humidity levels? If you could shed some light on that.
Sure, sir. Sure. Uh, so this is one of the major important aspect. Unlike the cold storage system, I'm using a adiabatic cooling system that I have developed during my thesis at IIT Bombay. So you can see the graphs here, temperature and relative humidity. The blue curve shows the variation in temperature and relative humidity throughout the day, uh, and the orange and gray curve shows that what I am able to maintain. So I'm using the regulating the humidity using dehumidifiers and humidification systems, and using adiabatic cooling system to maintain the temperature. Uh, and that can be monitored online by on farmers mobile or through our systems that we have. I hope that's clear. Any more questions are there? I ready to answer.
Yeah. So I got a sense of it. Now,
Yeah.
tell me, Yashwant, so this is put in, and I'm assuming that your control systems are fine-tuned for different geographies, and you can monitor or alter it
Yeah.
online. Now, is it something which is patented, or is this something which is a system integration as of now?
Yes. So I do not say patented. Why? Because I have not yet received patented. I have filed the patent, and it is under process. I have filed with IIT Bombay itself, and I'm yet to receive the patent. So that's why I'm not mentioning it as of now. Uh, so it is the technology, the electronic nose that I mentioned. All these are my thesis project, and it's not that no electronic nose is developed nowhere in the world. It was developed by me. So I'm yet to
Okay.
receive the patent on. And regarding one of the major questions that I think I missed telling you, that you asked various, will it perform in various geographies? Definitely, sir. That's why I call my structures climate agnostic. They are agnostic of what the outside weather is, and they perform based on our fine tuning and our control system.
Okay. So you are saying that the magic is the various control systems that you have put in place for managing humidity and temperature.
Yes, sir.
Is that
Also the
correct?
sensors. Yes, sir. Also the sensors which send this data and then regulate it based on the variation.
Yeah. And then if you're making it climate agnostic, how is it different then from say a cold storage where they are kind of doing something similar, right? Protecting the inside temperatures from the external temperatures.
Yes, sir. So cold storage operates at a 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, which come at a very high capital investment, and the operational expenditure because of electricity and all this is very high. Whereas my structure operates at a temperature favorable for environment. There is a sweet, so there is a sweet for spot for onion, two sweet spots. first sweet spot is 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, second sweet spot is 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. I am using the 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Here the losses are slightly higher than the 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, but we have benefits in terms of very less operational expenditure and the capital investment. And I am also regulating this relative humidity as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So I have many technical questions on this, but I will keep it for later. So what is preventing you from scaling, and what do you expect from Reliance to make you successful?
Yes, sir. I will definitely scale it. The problem was earlier was that I have to successfully prove it through performance evaluation, and performance evaluation only takes at least 6 months to show it. Unlike the other products, I can't show it in a day. I show this process is going on for last 2 years, and every year I need to show, okay, my structure was successful in reducing 50% of losses compared to traditional one. So this year also I have shown it, and government is also supporting it. If you know NCCF and NAPED, which stores in a huge amount, they have ready to support us, and we are we are in touch with them. And I think especially Reliance have a very huge distribution network and all these things. So I can reach out to more number of people through it. So that's where I think Reliance can help.
All right, great, Yashwant. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you, sir. It was nice presenting to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Team Yashwant Nandi. That was an incredibly insightful presentation. Now we move on to the next team. I'd like to call upon Team Vanguard.
Every year in India, over 150,000 lives are tragically cut short due to road accidents. Families shattered, futures stolen, all in the blink of an eye. Many of these deaths could have been prevented. The delay in receiving emergency services, sometimes just a matter of minutes, costs lives. Now imagine being in an accident. You're injured, disoriented, and unsure of who to call. Time is slipping away as you struggle to find help. In rural areas, the situation is even worse. Ambulances take hours to arrive, and critical moments are lost. But it doesn't have to be this way. We believe technology can save lives. That's why we're introducing SAW-DERS, the Smart Accident Detection and Emergency Response System. An affordable, innovative device designed to bridge the gap between life and death in the event of a road accident. SAW-DERS can be installed in any vehicle, and here's how it works. The moment a collision is detected, SAW-DERS springs into action. It sends an SOS to nearby hospitals, emergency services, and your emergency contacts. Using GPS, it pinpoints the exact location of the accident. Responders get the alert in real time, ensuring ambulances are dispatched immediately, no matter how remote the location. SAW-DERS ensures help reaches you quickly, cutting down the critical minutes that could save your life. To avoid false alarms, a confirmation call is made. If the call isn't answered, emergency services are deployed instantly. In those crucial moments, SAW-DERS ensures help is just seconds away. What sets SAW-DERS apart is its accessibility. Affordable and easy to install, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. Whether you're driving in a city or a remote area, SAW-DERS ensures that safety is a right, not a privilege. With SAW-DERS, we are building a future where road accidents no longer end in tragedy. It's time to let technology be your guardian on the road, making safety accessible to everyone. Personal vehicles and fleet owners and logistics companies. To reach these segments, we leverage multiple channels, including vehicle manufacturers, e-marketplaces, and local mechanics for retrofit installations. SAW-DERS also integrates with hospitals through a dedicated portal. Hospitals can register, share emergency contact details, and track real-time emergency cases. Our business model drives revenue through both primary and secondary streams. Primary revenue streams include sales to OEMs. Car manufacturers integrate SAW-DERS into new vehicles, adding valuable safety features. E-marketplace sales. We offer SAW-DERS directly to consumers through online platforms, making it easy for individual vehicle owners to install and use. Retrofit sales through mechanics. We partner with local mechanics and service centers to provide offline installation services. Additionally, we generate secondary revenue through hospital onboarding fees. Hospitals pay a one-time or subscription fee to integrate into the SAW-DERS system, allowing them to receive real-time accident alerts. Data monetization. SAW-DERS collects valuable insights on road safety and accident trends, which can be monetized through partnerships with government bodies, insurance companies, and research organizations.
Every year, more than 1.6 lakh lives are lost on Indian roads. And the real tragedy is that half of these deaths could be prevented with timely medical care during the critical golden hour. Unfortunately, delays in the emergency response, especially in rural areas, cost precious lives. So why do the existing solutions fall short? So there are three main reasons for that. First one is the manual intervention is required. Second is limited access in remote areas. And the third is delay during the golden hours. This is where our idea, Saders, bridges the gap. The smart, low-cost device automatically detects collisions and sends SOS alerts to nearby hospitals and emergency services, instantly sharing the vehicle's GPS location and ensuring that the help is on its way, saving the life.
With respect to the tech implementation, the accident detection and notification system comprises of three parts. First one is the accident detection, second one is location tracking, and third one is data transmission. With respect to the first part, we are using ADXL 345 accelerometer, which measures a sudden changes in the motion, such as jerks by the road accidents in all the three directions, and also if there is a sudden tilt in the vehicle, and which then actuates the location tracking device, which is a GPS module, to pinpoint its current location, and interfaces with a microcontroller to identify the nearest hospital, and which then shortlists the nearest hospital and communicates with the GSM module.
So, talking about the GTM strategy, our target segments are personal vehicles and fleet owners and logistics companies. Our channels will be both B2B and B2C. We'll also seamlessly integrate with hospitals. Our primary revenue streams are going to be sales to vehicle manufacturers, e-marketplace sales, and retrofit sales to mechanics. Our secondary revenue streams will be hospital onboarding fees, as well as data monetization and analytics services. Our value proposition for customers will be that it's quick, safe, and affordable. For OEMs, it will be differentiation, and for hospitals, it will be increased business.
Coming to the financial and revenue forecast, we are targeting around 20 lakh users in the first year, and we are pricing our product at 900 rupees. So in the first year, we'll gain a net profit of around 14 crores, and we are targeting a average yearly growth of around 15 to 20%, and a contribution margin will be 70 rupees, and a gross margin will be around 28%. Thank you.
So, Tyashish, you want to go?
You can start, Vaibhav.
All right, thanks. So, I wanted to know if there is any existing competition, and if there is, then what is your differentiation with respect to them?
I'll take that. Hello, sir. So currently, this technology is present in Apple Watch. Google Pixel also launched it in India some 6, 7 months ago. This technology is present in almost all the cars in the US, but not in India. The differentiation being that that technology relies on barometric pressure difference. That if it senses that there is a crash by measuring the pressure when the airbags open up, that's how it works. But R is different in the sense that it uses the technique of measuring the change in the axis in the accelerometer. It is very reliable, and it is affordable, and that's our differentiation. Two-wheelers can also use it. It's not dependent on the presence of airbags in the vehicles.
Okay, and do you have a prototype ready for it? Any proof of concept?
Yeah, I had done this project in the final year of my engineering. So we had done a system wherein if it detects a crash, it is intimated to the nearest hospital.
So, is it something which is patented, or it was left at a project level?
No, it was left at the project level. It was not patented.
Okay, and do you see that you would be able to take on the established system providers in US whenever, as and when they decide to enter India?
Yeah, we'll be able to do it because we are doing it at a very minimal cost, and and with this we can achieve economics of scale, and maybe have a value proposition to all the customers, including two wheelers. So, and the vision is not to just become a like a product selling company. We are also looking at different revenue streams where we want to leverage this opportunity to sell data to many of the hospital chains or insurance companies in the future, so that just because it's accessible by all.
Yeah, my take is that, more than the cost, the reliability of the system and this kind of a product will be more important for a consumer to consider installing it. So the technology part of it needs to be pretty reliable, robust, and well tested, right, in the
Yes,
field before it can see light of the day. But anyways,
yes.
a great idea and good presentation. So all the best to all of you.
Thank
Okay. Hey, I have a question. So, which is linked to what Weber asked. Let's say somehow the signaling system fails. Have you provisioned for any kind of a manual override to ensure that the signal is sent to the hospital or the emergency services?
Yeah, we will be like, there will be an interface which will link us also, will the company which is providing these services. So we'll be tracking it entirely in case of any mishaps. So we are also in the loop where we coordinate with the hospital to actually send the location. So whenever the vehicle is moving, we also are tracking the movement of the vehicles. So if we see any discrepancy, that there is where we will intervene and
So there
communicate.
are. So will this be technology backed, or are you going to do manually?
Okay. So it is, as of now, it is only
Monitoring
technology.
signals.
As of now, it is only technology backed, because there are some areas wherein the accident occurs and there can be no, there has no manual intervention. But yeah, the consumer, the customer, if he is faced with an accident, he can just trigger the point on the system, and let the nearest hospital know that there has been an accident.
Okay. Have you guys factored in the cost of acquiring these emergency services and hospitals? You would need a workforce. You would need a team which will acquire these emergency service centers
Yeah.
and get them on board.
See, the value proposition is with respect to number of successfully treating the patient. So in case the person meets with an accident, so it's like we are solving a much bigger problem for them, that is getting the potential customers onto the board for the hospitals. So yeah, there will be cost involved with respect to initial cost, but eventually the hospitals will need to pay us for actually providing us with the services with respect to data, and also with the also like admitting the accident patients.
One more piece is whether the patient will be able to afford the treatment or not.
Okay.
How are you going to solve for that? Let's say the hospital picks the patient up and the patient says,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very expensive hospital, I can't pay so much.
Yeah, for that to factor in, as soon as he has been picked, we as a company get to know the data that he has been picked. So it is, so we can communicate with the relatives of the victim, and then let them know whether that is something that they can afford or not.
Okay, thank you. Nothing from my side. Vaibhav, are you good?
Yes, Sajjad, thank you and all the best.
Thank you.
All the best, guys. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Team Vanguard, for the brilliant presentation. Now, let's allow our jury a minute to complete the scoring. While they make their assessments, let's have some fun. We'll have an interesting trivia question about Reliance. All you need to do is guess the answer in the comment section. The first person to answer correctly gets an amazing TUP merchandise. Are you ready? Here we go. Ansh, Ranjan, you've guessed it right. Please reach out to us on our social media handles or support@unstock.com. Now let's move on to our next team. I'd like to welcome Team A1.
Good day, everyone. We are very excited to share our pitch for the Reliance T.U.P challenge, Reliance Urban Mobility Solutions. So we know as the cities are growing and we face big challenges in traffic and pollution, we have our chance to make urban transportation better and more sustainable to everyone. Our problem statement deals with the urban areas that are struggling with heavy traffic, air pollution, and outdated transit systems. Millions of people are stuck in long commutes every day and dealing with unreliable transportation. If we don't take action any sooner, these problems are only going to get worse, affecting our daily lives and the economy. So the solution that we have pitched to the Reliance Urban Mobility Solution aims to create a smooth and eco-friendly transportation system that is built on three main ideas.
First, integrated mobility app. We'll develop a single app that helps people plan their trips using different transport options like buses, electric cars, bike sharing, and ride hailing. This app will provide real-time updates and also make the payments easy. Second, electric vehicle infrastructure. We'll set up a network of fast charging stations throughout the city to support electric vehicles. By offering incentives for people and business to switch to EV, we can cut down on pollution. And the third is shared mobility solutions. We'll launch a ride-sharing service with EV and introduce bike and e-scooter rentals. These options will reduce traffic and encourage healthier travel choices.
Data-driven insights and smart solution. We'll use data to understand travel patterns and improve public transport and shared services. Smart traffic system will help reduce congestion and make travel easier for everyone. Sustainability and community engagement. Our initiative will not only promote eco-friendly travel but also involve communities through awareness campaigns. We'll reward users for choosing sustainable transport, fostering a culture of care for the environment. I would like to summarize by saying that Reliance Urban Mobility Solution is a step forward towards improving urban transportation. By integrating technology, promoting electric vehicles, and engaging communities, we can create cleaner, more efficient cities. Let's lead the way in making urban mobility better for everyone. Thank you.
Good morning, panel members. We are Team A1 from Xavier's Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, and we are here to present our ultimate pitch on Reliance Urban Mobility Solutions. India's urban areas are facing a severe mobility crisis. Cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore rank among the most congested in the world, with commuters spending 40 to 50% more time stuck in traffic than in free flow conditions. This congestion doesn't just waste time. It cost India about 1.47 lakh crore annually in lost productivity. The issue is compounded by rising air pollution, with transport contributing heavily to PM 2.5 and PM 10 levels, leading to over 1.67 million deaths in 2019 alone. Poor public transit, unreliable cab services, An absence of scalable, sustainable solutions leaves millions of people stranded in long, stressful commutes. Without action, these problems will only worsen, damage the economy, environment, and our daily life. We need smarter, sustainable mobility solution now, which is why we have devised Reliance Urban Mobility Solutions, which my teammates will explain it further.
The main objective is basically here to make the ride sharing easier, convenient, affordable, safer, and eco friendly. So with the adoption of electric vehicles, we would be aligning with the theme of Reliance Urban Mobility Solutions, and there it's a we have integrated a mobility app called Mobo. So basically, as urban centers are expanding, there is a growing need of conveyance at the cost of convenience. Hence, a growing need of multimodal transportation solution arises. So we are designing an app Mobo that would combine buses, electric cars, bike sharing, and ride hailing, providing real time updates and payment options easier. The scalability potential is high. So basically, there are 700 million smartphone users as of 2023, and mobile data is relatively affordable, making the app easily accessible to a large population. Second part is on shared mobility and sustainable engagement, which focuses on our eco-friendly choices as a community. Like people from the same community or locality will get extra bonuses like gold coins added to their wallet and other such rewards. So scalability potential for this is moderate to high, and government initiatives like India's National Electric Mobility Mission Scheme and FAME 2 schemes, they promote EV adoption. The third is the data-driven insights and smart solutions. So we are using open data for public transport and analyzing the travel patterns. So platforms like National Urban Digital Mission and Mobility Initiatives, the scalability is high for this as we are leveraging the data that will enable intelligent traffic management and user insights, improving the app's value proposition.
Next, we have designed a short design for our Mobo app. We have to put together a rough design for our app's dashboard. It will include features such as transition, booking history, vehicle bookings, my bookings, a guide on how to use the app, and a section for question and concern where you will get your all your queries solved. Apart from that, what we are doing differently from all the other apps is that we are providing the facility to carpool, and you would need to book a cab at least 10 hour prior or 10 hour in advance, and a notification will be sent to everyone using the app within a radius of 5 kilometer, and then they can choose to accept the carpool invite, and this is how we will make it more sustainable and eco-friendly. This was all about our pitch. Thank you.
Hey, Vaibhav, you can go first. Yeah.
Yeah, so my question to you is, how are you going to differentiate from the existing competitors?
Like I've already mentioned, from the existing competing app, they do not provide as of now the service of carpooling. Like I mentioned, that once you want to carpool, an accept or an invite will be sent to people who have the app facility within a radius of 5 kilometers. Within that radius, people can accept it, and with that, they can carpool to a designated location or a location nearby. That is what we are doing here differently.
Also, I would like to say that all the ride hailing apps that are already existing, like Ola, Uber, and bike rentals like Yulu and most of the metro cities, they exist. But Mobo is the holistic integration of the various transport modes into a single platform that sets it apart, with features like pre-booking, incentivized carpooling, data-driven traffic management. We are all combining it into one and integrating it into one system.
Have you thought about why Uber, Ola, or say Blue Smart, right? These guys have not integrated all these into one. It's very simple for them to do, right? What could be the reason they've not done it?
I would like to take this one. So basically, like integrating each and every, like we are integrating EV adoption, we are integrating sharing services. So integrating all of this into a single mobility app, it is more like popular in countries like France and Germany. Like there's this Bluely company, which is a French service offering electric vehicle in urban areas. Though they have integrated this EV adoption widespread, but in countries like India, still now we are not that much open to adoption of EV services.
Yeah, my question was why they are not doing it. Say Blue Smart. Blue Smart is already EV, but there are others, Ola and Uber. Okay, anyway, so I think it was a great presentation and a very good idea. So all the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, good idea. What I wanted to know is what's your revenue model?
So mainly our revenue will come from the ride-hailing services and the e-scooter rentals that we will be providing. And after some time, we'll also integrate a subscription plan for our monthly users, like we have done, like Reliance has done in the Milk Basket app. So firstly, they were providing free deliveries for the milk and the groceries that were delivered overnight. Now they are charging a subscription model that is based on monthly. You can provide a fee, that a monthly subscription, and then they are gonna charge. They are gonna be charging that. So we are gonna be charging a platform fee after some time when we absorb the customers in the market. And so yeah, that's the main revenue we'll be getting: the platform fees, the ride hailing services, and the e-scooter rentals that we'll be providing.
Sure. Thank you. I don't have any other questions. Yeah. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Hi. Great. Thank you so much, Neem Evan. That was an incredibly insightful presentation and a fantastic approach to tackling the urban mobility issues. Moving on, we are now ready for our next team, which is Team Quadruple. I'd like to call upon the team.
E-commerce is booming, but it's leaving behind a trail of waste. Each year, 5 billion packages contribute to mountains of cardboard, plastic, and discarded products. But what if Reliance could turn this waste into value? E-commerce is convenient, but it's unsustainable. In fashion alone, the world discards 92 million tons of clothing every year. India generates 3.2 million tons of e-waste and 8.5 million tons of plastic packaging is dumped annually. Current solutions are fragmented and this waste is piling up faster than we can manage. We are Team Quadruple here with an idea, introducing Reliance Relife. Reliance Relife is a platform within Reliance JioMart that lets users trade, sell and recycle their used products from electronics to fashion. By integrating this into JioMart, we can make sustainability commerce or S-commerce the new normal, turning waste into valuable resources. Imagine trading in your old phone for a discount or recycling your used clothes while earning rewards and also buying used goods seamlessly. So now, if we talk about the impact, by 2025, Reliance Relife could serve 50 million users and divert over 2 million tons of waste from landfills each year. Reliance Relife impacts direct stakeholders like consumers by offering trade-in, resale and recycling options, and Reliance businesses by unlocking new revenue streams. It benefits indirect stakeholders like governments by supporting sustainability goals, communities through job creation, and SMEs with access to affordable recycled material. How feasible is our idea? Reliance Relife isn't just an idea, it's highly feasible. With existing infrastructure and Reliance Industries' capabilities in petrochemicals recycling, Geo's powerful logistics network, and New Energy's EV fleet, we have the backbone to make this platform a reality.
But is this business scalable?
Reliance Relife is not only impactful, it's profitable.
With Reliance Relife, we aim to reshape the future of commerce to S-commerce, where sustainability is built in every transaction.
Reliance will lead the way in S-commerce, creating a future that's both profitable and sustainable for everyone.
Someone please confirm if I'm audible.
Yes, you
So
are
now
audible.
that we had now that we had an overview of our idea, let us now take up some pertinent questions to clear the air. Firstly, why should Reliance invest in S-commerce? The answer lies in the market potential and consumer demand for sustainable options. So the India's e-commerce sector is growing at over 25% annually, and 77% of Indian consumers are open to sustainable commerce. So provided it's convenient, this is where Reliance Relife takes and steps in. So our platform offers an all-in-one solution. Users can buy green products, sell certified second-hand items, and participate in reward-based recycling. So all these are seamlessly integrated into GeoMart. So Reliance can tap into the projected $7 billion second-hand market by 2025. So making S-commerce not only impactful but also a profitable business avenue. So now, next slide, please. So moving on, how would our idea work? So what is the platform for? Firstly, as a trading platform, users can trade electronics and furniture on GeoMart, reducing waste through reuse. Reliance Relife will charge a standard transaction fee, creating a new revenue stream. Secondly, for the e-waste disposal, we'll create a robust e-waste disposal chain, leveraging Reliance's logistics and our partner Pegasus to recover precious metals and minimizing soil pollution and driving profitability through recycling. Thirdly, the cloth refurbishing, where we'll refurbish old or discarded textiles, turning them into cushion paddings for mattresses and winter clothing, generating revenue from dead stock. So, and finally, the refurbished electronics, where we'll procure and refurbish old electronics, offering a 12-month warranty with a 10 to 12% margin, meeting demand for affordable quality electronics. So, moreover, the reward-based recycling lets users earn points for recycling actions, whether it's recycling e-waste or old clothes. These points can be redeemed for discounts, further purchases, or exclusive deals. This system encourages participation by making sustainability rewarding. So I request Other to continue it forward.
So, speaking of scalability of our idea, Reliance already possesses the infrastructure, logistics, warehousing, and GeoMart's digital platform needed to implement this solution without major overhauls. This integration minimizes upfront costs and allows us to scale quickly. From a financial perspective, Reliance Real Life is profitable. In the first 2 years, we project over 15 crores in revenue with 5 to 10% commissions on transactions and 20 to 30% margins on upscale products. Moreover, Reliance Real Life can help divert over 1 lakh plus tons of e-waste within the first 2 years, proving that both it's financially viable as well as the environmental impact that is clearly demonstrating as well. Next slide, please. Our solution's impact is twofold, economic and environmental both. So we'll tap into GeoMart's existing 20 to 30 million customers with plan to scale across tier 1 and tier 2 cities. And in the long term, we aim to reach about 150 to 200 million users, reducing millions of tons of e-waste and fashion waste. And the platform is designed to expand beyond products to include circular services like repairs, refurbishments, creating a whole full circular economy across multiple categories. So, in conclusion, Reliance Real Life isn't just a platform, it's a movement towards making sustainable, profitable, scalable, and embedded in everyday commerce. With GeoMart's wide reach and Reliance infrastructure, we are set to redefine the future of commerce as we know it. Let's together say yes to yes commerce. We are open to questions now.
Hi guys. Good idea, good presentation.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so good idea, good presentation. I have a few questions. Okay. So this is going to be all categories. I mean, you said all categories, but you said e-waste. So I was assuming that it's going to be more focused towards electronics.
It's one of the facets that we are covering, sir. Like it is included in the idea.
Already there is a huge second-hand mobiles, laptops, computer market. Okay. How are you going to? I mean, and you will have a lot of supply chain costs, right? Collecting everything in warehouses, then again redistributing. How do you wish to, and electronics margin is not 33%. It's single, I mean, except for televisions, the margin is all single digit. Yeah. How do you wish to, turn this business profitable?
So, sir, for that, I would like to share the detailed financials where I think I can show how we have find the figures. Sir, is my screen visible?
No, it is not. You can tell me. I remember that slide. You can orally tell me what you're suggesting.
So, sir, first of all, the margin on the electronics is around 8 to 10%, and we have taken the initial cost of acquiring the mobile phones and specifically laptops. And we are in the start, we are only operating in the mid-range of a product where the phone price would be around 10 to 15,000, and the laptop price would be around 30 to 40,000. And we are keeping a thin margin of 8 to 10%. And so the starting acquiring cost of every month for past, we have gathered a revenue of, we have gathered a financial report of around 30 months. So it is around 40 lakhs each month, and including the warehousing cost and acquiring them. Also, for the refurbished cost and the employee cost, it goes around 60 lakhs. And based on that, we have upscaled it of around 5 to 10%, 8 to 10% only, which due to which we are breaking even at around 12 months. And after that, we are profitable in 13 months with a revenue or the profit of 60 lakhs.
So you're suggesting you're going to buy this from sellers and store it and probably refurbish it a bit required and then sell it. So the
Yes, sir.
last mile, the first mile, the mid mile, and the last mile cost is all borne by you.
So starting the first mile, the users will come to the geo stores. They will they will deposit these products, and we will take it from them, and we will store it and refurbish it and resell again on the same locations. So we are not having the cost of setting up a initial supply chain and also at the end, because we already have the geo already have this platforms to buy as well as to sell.
So today, if you want to sell a mobile phone online, the guy will come to your home. They will scan the phone, and they will take your mobile phone, okay, and pay you on spot. Correct? If I have to
Yes, sir.
go and to a store, how does it work for me? Tell me. Do you think
Sir,
you attract customers?
sir, first of all, this app also includes this feature that they can from home they can add this. But for saving our cost in the initial years, we are suggesting that they should come to the stores, because in the start we are at a very thin margin and we have to operate among that. So in the start of 1 year, in the scaling later years, we are going to completely go for it on an online basis, where we are going to use our upstream supply chain cost. But in the start, we are going to go with this model.
Okay. So
And
tell
one more
me.
thing, I would just like to add up on this. Like they are driven by some kind of a vouchers or these kind of things where they can reuse these on Reliance trends or something like this. So that is how we are planning to drive the engagement.
Yes, sir. Because in the start, we have with that price we are paying them, we also are providing us 500 rupees coupon or a 10% coupon, 10% coupon on the Reliance trends. That too up to 500 rupees. So monthly we will have a distribution of around 5,000 coupons. So that is also a cost. But that is included for the another business also that we are trying, because we are also recycling the textile material. So this is the two thing. So we are the logistics part for that is also included in that. So we are not counting it directly into electronics.
Sure. Thank you, folks. A good presentation. All the best to you. Over to you, Vaibhav.
Thank you, Satyashis. At this point, I don't have any questions, so all the best to you.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you so much, Team Quadruple, for the fantastic presentation. So before we move on, as the jury deliberates, here's another fun trivia question about Reliance to keep you all engaged. Please share your answers in the comments. Hey, Chavi Joshi, you've guessed it right. Please reach out to us on our social media handles or support@unstop. And now we'd like to move on to the final team for the day. So the team name is Team One Innovators, and team, we'd love to have you join us.
Data centers are the backbone of our digital world. They power everything from the cloud services that store our photos and emails to AI systems, 5G networks, and even smart cities. Without them, modern life would come to a halt. But there's a catch. Data centers generate massive amounts of heat, contributing to local warming and driving up energy consumption. Here's a fact that will surprise you. Data centers contribute 2 to 3% of world carbon emissions, about the same as the aviation industry. By 2030, they could consume 8% of the world's electricity. But what if this challenge became a solution?
So as we are aware, data center release a large amount of waste heat. Now our idea will be focusing on harnessing this waste heat using thermoelectric generators. The thermoelectric generators create potential difference based on temperature differences. This results in electric current and can be stored as electric power in batteries and can be repurposed for electric supply of the data center or for district supply. The optimization of data of TEGs can be done by material discovery, wherein we will be identifying new materials with thermoelectric properties which are better than the existing ones. Secondly, we will be working on developing a predictive model for identifying heat spots in the data center so that the TEGs can be placed optimally. Third, we will be doing structure optimization, wherein the data center's heat flow and the energy conversion parameters can be optimized. And finally, we will also be developing a failure detection model, which will be to identify any anomalies that may occur during the processing, during the overall process.
In 2023, global data centers consumed 524 terawatt hours of electricity, generating 618 terawatt hours of waste heat. Thermoelectric generators or TEGs typically operate at 10% efficiency. However, with our AI model optimizing materials and positionings, we aim to boost efficiency to 20 to 25%, potentially converting up to 139 terawatt hours of waste heat into electricity globally. With 10,000 data centers worldwide and 245 in India, India alone could generate 3.41 terawatt hours annually, enough to power 7.3 million rural households, which is equivalent to 5,000 villages. As data centers capacity grow 12 times by 2030, this could impact 50,000 villages as electricity demand rises in tandem with data consumption.
AI-optimized TEGs can boost energy efficiencies by converting waste heat from data centers into electricity. Companies like Google, Microsoft can reduce energy costs, meet sustainability goals, and power millions of rural households. This innovation aligns with SDG 7 and SDG 12.
Good afternoon, esteemed jury. We, Team One Innovators, are pleased to present a solution for sustainable energy consumption in data centers Data centers are essential to modern society, but the increasing energy demands pose a significant environmental challenge. While renewable energy sources offer a partial solution, they face limitations in terms of reliability and consistency. Recent developments highlight this challenge as major tech companies and even the US Department of Energy are exploring alternative power sources like small scale nuclear reactors to meet data center energy needs. Our innovative approach focuses on optimizing energy efficiency within the data center itself, complementing upstream energy sources like renewables or nuclear power. We leverage the power of generative AI to maximize the performance of thermoelectric generators or TEGs, which convert waste heat into usable electricity. By intelligently placing TEGs and continuously optimizing their performance, we can capture and reuse a significant portion of the energy that is typically lost as waste heat. Our AI driven platform employs several key strategies to achieve this. First, it utilizes placement optimization algorithms to determine the ideal location for TGs within the data centers, ensuring maximum heat is captured. Second, it employs predictive modeling to anticipate maintenance needs and ensuring optimal TG performance throughout the lifespan. And finally, our AI algorithms continuously monitor TG operations and detect anomalies, enabling proactive maintenance and preventing costly downtime.
Extensive research and development are crucial to our approach. We are exploring new TEG materials with improved thermoelectric properties aided by generative AI to accelerate the discovery process. While traditionally, for low temperature outputs, bismuth telluride TEGs with 5 to 8% efficiency are used. We are investigating half useful alloys which have demonstrated efficiencies of 12 to 18%. We believe that with AI driven optimization, we can achieve 20 to 25% efficiency, significantly increasing the amount of waste heat that can be recovered and converted into usable electricity. With this level of efficiency, we can harness the waste heat generated by data centers to power an estimated 5,000 villages or 7.3 million households. Additionally, our technology reduces reliance on traditional cooling methods, leading to decreased water consumption. This enables companies to offset their carbon credit spending and make significant strides towards achieving net zero emission goals.
Our go-to-market strategy involves a two-phased approach. Phase 1 focuses on research and development, followed by development in India, while Phase 2 targets global expansion, with the goal of achieving 70% market share in India and 40% globally. To realize this vision, we require an investment of $70 million over the two phases. Our projections indicate a net present value of positive $95 million and an IRR of 90%. We're not just cooling the planet, we're heating up innovation. Welcome to the future of sustainable energy. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. We are open to any questions you may have.
I've, it's a very good idea and very well presented. Does this exist?
Satyashish, you want to go first?
Okay, I already started speaking. I don't know if you heard me. Vaibhav.
Okay.
Did you hear my question, folks?
Yes, sir, I did, and I would like to answer that. So currently, waste heat is being harnessed by certain companies such as Danfoss, which is being used for heating, like heating purposes in European countries or in very cold regions. The possibility of using waste heat to be converted into electricity is currently being investigated, but it's still not in use right now. So there are no direct competitors in terms of like any company which is doing this at the present.
So have you done any feasibility studies? I'm wondering that if companies, large companies like Google or IBM haven't ventured into it for such a long time, possibly the costs outweigh benefits of this.
Yes, sir. So to understand that also, what we have done is in terms of understanding the TEG's material. So these are factors which are dependent upon the, if you see the ZT in the first under structural efficiency, the ZT factor depends upon three parameters. Fourth parameter is the temperature, which is something which is out of our control. So there are researchers for the past 15 years in half modular alloys where they have improved the Seebeck effect from 0.4 to 0.8 to till day, and there is a possibility of growing this further, which can improve the efficiency. There is also possibility of discovering materials with higher thermoelectric properties. So there is a potential for this product to be implemented. TGs as a whole Sorry, yeah.
Have you made a prototype of this?
Not a prototype. We are like we have developed like the if you see the CAD model that is there, that is something which we presented, and we are using it as a this thing to further like we are further investigating on the innovation of how the like simulation of this will work, identifying the temperature differences if there is a possibility of it. The AI model, we are like trying to identify the flow structure of how this parameters can be improved, because I think investigating using AI will require an offline offline data source or servers, wherein the data for the categories of material used in TEGs will be implemented, and those can be using generative AI. We can predict like what kind of a reaction or what kind of chemical reaction can be generated, or what kind of alloys can be developed using based on the existing research.
Does this have any broader application, or it's only for data centers?
Uh, the thing is, TEGs are as traditionally with their 5 to 8% efficiency are used in certain devices such as I think BMW X6 has used them in their exhaust on their exhaust for conversion into electric power, which is for the battery like simple uses. Because of their low efficiency, these have been neglected in the past for now. But with the researches and the thermoelectric like properties being improved upon, there is a new like wave of inventions that can be developed using these.
Sure. Thank you. All the best. Weber, over to you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Satyashish. So, team, very, very good presentation and a very interesting idea as well.
Thank you very much.
What was the genesis of this idea?
The genesis, I think we have explained this in the first slide itself. Like we are seeing that the growth of AI centers is doubling. Today, it
No,
contributes
no, no,
to.
that is fine, not the market genesis. I'm asking
Okay.
within your team, how did this idea come up and who has the expertise in TEGs?
I think that would be me, because I have a mechanical engineering background with automotive. Like I have done MSc diploma in automotive systems, wherein I have worked with control systems and improving automotive performances. So this was something which was like steered me towards that, and my team, they have been instrumental in like making this idea foolproof. Like because we wanted to have something, they have been very much instrumental in helping this like in terms of marketing the product, in terms of being able to understand what the problem statement, like how this can be a solution that can be
Sure,
implemented.
Anshul, sorry to cut you in the interest of time. So,
Sure.
okay, now tell me what is the most important thing which you need to do right now to get a proof of concept done for this?
So our for this the first step that we have done is we have developed at least the CAD model of understanding how the performance of the TGs will be working upon. So further on, we want to investigate of how there can be improvements made into. So based on the parameters, we will be from our end, since generative AI will require a lot of data. From our end, we will be identifying certain things. If there is an improvement process possible in the what if the
Would you
different
want
alloys.
to go the Gen AI way right at the POC stage, or would you like to prove that TG concept works?
First, we would like to prove that the TG concept works, because once that is the proof of concept, if TG is possible with the existing research of how it has been improved, there are certain additional methods which will be used in operational improve. So one that we talked about in the structural efficiency, that was for the design phase. There will be another phase which will be for the operational phase. So that is what we have discussed about how the placements of this thing will placements on how it can be a removable part on based on data centers, how much energy they are being used consumed. If like one has low and one has low the high, that will be adjusted accordingly. So that is something will be during the operational phase. So that is something which will be contributing towards AI data centers efficiency, like sustainability improvement.
Yeah. So, what do you need to do prove the concept for TEG working in data center?
um so one of the factors is what we have envisioned is TEGs are small devices which will be operated using like a battery cells. So the placement and this thing will determine how we can have the design structure of it. In that design structure, then we will be focusing on the materials being used to identify what kind of efficiency can be achieved, and then the third stage will be using of generative AI to have further improvement in the efficiency.
All right. So my suggestion to you will be that it's not necessary to talk about Gen AI everywhere, right? Gen AI is a tool which is used to optimize things, but for basic proof of concept, if I mean the way you speak, it seems Gen AI is more critical than the TEG POC, which I would think is not the case. Proving that TEG works without any AI with small optimization just to show that there is energy saving happening is the most important thing, right? So I think that the way forward would be to get the proof of concept for TG done as soon as possible in a small setup, which you can find even in a good engineering institute's lab, right? So fine. So I think you guys have an idea of where you want to go. Just solidify the practical next steps,
Understood.
and then I think it will be a better way to take it forward. Otherwise, the idea is excellent.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you, and all the best to all of you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you very much, sir.
Thank you.
+1 to Webov. I mean,
Yes,
I
sir.
think yeah, the focus on developing the generator is more important than AI. And yeah, it's a brilliant idea. Really enjoyed listening to you guys. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. If I can say
Thank you.
something to respond to this, so
Sure.
I think when we pitched our first phase of the idea, nuclear power was not something that was on the focus because the market AI industry is moving forward at an exponential rate. So our purpose, like our idea of putting Gen AI, was to be able to match that speed. So that is why this we have kept our numbers in terms of financials or in terms of understanding of like what can be the benefits to be a conservative numbers. But yes, that is why I understand from point of view what we are saying, that like the proof of concepts of using TEGs has to be a one which has to be solidified, and thank you for your feedback on that as well.
All right. Thank
Okay. All
you.
the
All the
best,
best.
folks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Team One Innovators. That was an incredible presentation. And a huge round of applause to all the participating teams. The diversity of innovative ideas presented in this round is truly impressive. Today's contest has raised the stake, promising an even more thrilling journey ahead. As you know, the winners of today's elimination rounds will be stepping up into the semi finale of TUP Season X, where they'll be battling against the winners of other elimination rounds. Now, as we build the suspense towards today's winners and runners up, you will have to hold on to your excitement just a little longer. Rest assured, the results will be announced on our social media handles shortly, so keep those notifications turned on. And as we wrap up this elimination round, we want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the jury for insightful questions and on all the ideas presented today. A big thank you to the audience and all the participating teams for creating such an interactive and exciting event with your visionary ideas. You were all fantastic. With that, this is me, Adna Mathur, signing off for today. Keep following us on our social media handles and stay tuned for further updates. We'll see you soon at TUP Season X semi finale. Until then, take care and have a great, great day.